Let's do some name association. When I say airlines, what do you think of? I think of Delta, Southwest, United. When I say coffee, I think of Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, Pete's. When I say scores, Andre Iguodala is saying scores, there's 5 people I think of. Word association. When you say greatest scores, I think of Wilt. He scored 100. He scored 80 multiple times, 70 a dozen times. Wilt was the single greatest physical force in the history of the league. I think of Jabbar, who had the single most difficult perfected shot to stop the skyhook. I think of Michael Jordan, the single most relentless offensive player I've ever seen. I then think of Kobe Bryant, who was always the closest thing to Michael ever, and in my opinion, the most artistic scorer of all time. Michael came down, had 4 patented moves. Kobe came down, the canvas was blank. He spilled a lot of paint, but he was the most artistic scorer ever. And the 5th guy is Steph Curry. He literally changed the game. He eliminated centers. If you're 7 feet tall, learn to hit a jumper, or you're Dwight Howard. You'll be traded for the 3rd time in 4 years. But here's what's funny. Word association with Kevin Durant. Passive. Non-alpha. Sensitive. Here's the downside to responding on Twitter to random guys. It's diluting his brand. He's punching down all the time. When I just think of airline, Delta, Southwest, United, when I think of hotels, I can go Marriott, Four Seasons, Motel 6. I have brands and layers. When I think of scores, I think of the great force, the great shot, Mr. Relentless, the most artistic, changed the game 3-point guy. Kevin Durant's word association brand to me is getting diluted. I don't think the mobility hurts him. LeBron's moved all over the place. I think of LeBron, I think of greatest current player. I think of Durant. I don't care about his mobility. But I will say this. He is a great scorer. But I put Curry over him because his brand is basketball, not non-alpha, not sensitive, not passive. Those are maybe great qualities to have as a human. But if you're talking about basketball and branding, Michael wasn't the greatest guy. Kobe was brutal to some teammates. Wilt was a flake. Jabbar's sort of a non-talker. Durant's brand to me is an odd brand. And I put Steph above him because I think score, I think 3-ball, I think Curry, and I think basketball only. With that, I go to Doug Gottlieb via the Cowherd Global Satellite Network of the Chargers camp. Let's just start with that. I'm not disputing what Andre Iguodala is saying. I don't have him in my 5 all-time top scores. Just for fun here, if I said to you, Doug, you've been playing basketball for 30 years, since you were a little kid, been a high-level player. If I said greatest scores, who's on your list?
Well, listen, Colin, I'm going to take Kareem off it just because even though I grew up in Los Angeles watching the Lakers, I didn't really see Kareem in his prime. Wilt, of course, statistically and physically dominant, yet he would shrink in the bright, hot spotlight of playing against Bill Russell. Plus, again, I didn't see it. I wasn't old enough. So just modern-day scores, bucket getters. You put Jordan, you put Kobe, heck, frankly, you put Carmelo Anthony, you put Allen Iverson, and you absolutely put Kevin Durant.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.